Students, in this class we are going to discuss fourth lesson in our syllabus, which is nothing but opposition to British rule in Karnataka. Opposition to British rule in Karnataka. Before discussing about this lesson, let me know some of the important people from Karnataka who bravely fought against to the British rule. Yes, children, who are nothing but, you can say, the brave queen from Karnataka, Rani Channamma, Sangoli Rayanna. Two prominent father and sons, Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan. Likewise, so many people are there. In order to drive out the British people from India, they fought against to the British rule. Okay, so this is the lesson all about who are the people from Karnataka bravely fought against to the British rule. So first of all, the present Karnataka is scattered into various principalities before the integration of India. Before Indian integration. When India is integrated in 1947, right? So before the integration of our country, the present Karnataka is scattered. Scattered means divided into various principalities. So Britishers, after they gained political supremacy over India in the later part of 18th century, they started to exploit the farmers who are there in agriculture, and more importantly, they started to exploit the kings. They started to exploit the kings as well as Jamindars also. Here, before the integration of our country, the land Karnataka is scattered into various principalities. Those principalities are ruled by the kings or other people. So, after British peoples gained supremacy in the later part of 18th century, they started to exploit the farmers in the agriculture as well as the kings and Jamindars. So, here the revolution is started from the kings as well as Jamindars. So, whatever the exploitations made by Britishers, those exploitations are created insecurities in their life. Exploitation by British. Exploitation by British on farmers, Jamindars, local kings. What created? It's created insecurities. It created insecurities in their life. So whenever they felt insecurities about their life, initially the kings and Jamindars, they fought against to the British independently without any unity among the people. So once they felt insecurities about their life, they started to fight against the British people independently. There is no unity among the kings as well as Jamindars. In that manner, the prominent people we have to memorize, those are nothing but Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan. So the political developments takes place. From the year 1761 to 1799. The political development takes place from the year 1761 to 1799 are the very important in Karnataka. Very important political developments. Very important political developments developments in Karnataka. So what are the major political developments takes place from the year 1761 to 1799? That is all about the lesson, the opposition to British rule in Karnataka. So after the fighting against the British by the Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, there are some more leaders are there from Karnataka who bravely fought against the British. Example from Kitturu, Rani Channamma, Sangoli Rayanna, Dondiya Wag, and Surapara Rebellion, Venkatappa Nayaka, and Halagal Beda's revolt are the prominent revolutions taken place against the British. So this is the introduction happened before the integration of India. Karnataka will be scattered, and after the Britishers are started to exploited the farmers, Jamindars and kings. So by that exploitations, the revolutions are started in Karnataka. Among that, the political developments in 1761 to 1799 are very important. So this is the thing, introduction happened in Karnataka. So now, children, let us talk about Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan and how they fought against the British. So Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. So here Hyder Ali is the father, right? And his son is Tipu Sultan. First of all, let us talk about how Hyder Ali came into prominence in the Mysuru province. First of all, 18th century in Indian history is considered as century of political disturbances. 18th century in Indian history. 18th century in Indian history considered as century of political problems. Century of political problems. I hope you are very clear with the statement, right? 18th century in the Indian history considered as century of political problems. The question may ask why. I hope you are very clear. 18th century in the Indian history considered as century of political problems. Why? Due to some reasons, there are a lot of disturbances taken place in the Indian history, especially in the 18th century. The first one will be the death of Aurangzeb. Who is Aurangzeb? One of the prominent king in Mughal dynasty. The death of Aurangzeb in the year 1707. The death of Aurangzeb in the year 1707. After the death of Aurangzeb, what happens? The Mughal dynasty is weakened. Especially the Mughal kings lost their power over South India. I hope you are very clear. In the year 1707, what happened? Aurangzeb died. Who is Aurangzeb? The king of Mughal dynasty. After his death, the Mughal power is weakened in India. And more importantly, Mughal kings lost their complete power over South India. That is the major drawback. After that, we can say that after the death of Aurangzeb, there are some political problems in Carnatic region. Political disturbances in Carnatic region. Children, what is Carnatic region according to British? The east part of Tamil Nadu is considered as a Carnatic region according to the Britishers. According to the British people, the area which lies in eastern part of Tamil Nadu, that is Carnatic region. What is the capital of Carnatic region? Arcot. Arcot is the capital of Carnatic region that we discussed in the previous lessons. Now here 2 points we discussed, right? The death of Aurangzeb and after that the political disturbances in Carnatic region. Before these two incidents, one more incident happened in South India, especially in Mysuru province, which is nothing but the death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar. We know, right, Odiyar dynasty is an important dynasty that ruled Mysuru province. So the death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar in the year 1704. The death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar in the year 1704. With that, there is a fighting, there is a intense fighting takes place among the people in Mysuru province in order to ascend the throne after the death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar. Now again, 18th century in the Indian history considered as a century of political problems. Justify your statement. What answer you must write? In that 18th century, the death of Aurangzeb in the year 1707. Political disturbances taking place in Carnatic region. Before that, the death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar in the year 1704. Now, let us, you forgot about the first 2 points. We are discussing about Hyder Ali, right? Hyder Ali from which province? Mysuru province. So now, consider the third point. The death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar in the year 1704. So after the strong man in this dynasty died, the people fighting together in order to ascend the throne for the Mysuru province. At that time, Hyder Ali joined in the Mysuru army. Hyder Ali joined as a normal soldier in the Mysuru army. After that, he keep on observing the political disturbances taken place in the Mysuru province. So each and every political move after the death of Chikkadevaraya Odiyar keenly observed by the Hyder Ali. By taking that opportunity, Hyder Ali came into prominence in the capture of Devanahalli. In the capturing process of Devanahalli. In the capturing process of Devanahalli, Hyder Ali gained prominence. Hyder Ali gained prominence. In the same manner, from this incident, Hyder Ali is became one of the powerful person in the military of Mysuru province. In that manner, Hyder Ali is came into prominence. After that, what happened means Hyder Ali knows how to use the latest technology. He is very aware of it. The innovative use of weapons. In a short time, after he joined as a normal soldier, in the process of capturing Devanahalli, in a short time, what happened means, with his cunning techniques and knowledge, Hyder Ali gained more prominence rather than Dalawai. Dalawai means like a prime minister. Means in the army with the activities of Hyder Ali became more important than Prime Minister Dalawai. And more importantly, with the activities of Hyder Ali in the Mysuru province, Hyder Ali sidelined the king. Krishna Raja Odiyar. See how he came into prominence initially. First of all, when the Chekkadevaraya Odiyar will be died in the year 1704, and after that he became very prominent. In the process of capturing Devanahalli, he became a more prominent, and after that he know how to use the latest weapons as well as innovative use of weapons. So finally what happened? Due to his techniques and his strategies, he became a more prominent rather than Dalavai. Dalavai means prime minister. Gradually he sidelined the king. Hyder Ali is sidelined the king. Who is the king? Krishnaraja Odiyar. At the same time, in the same situation, in India, especially in South India, Nizams of Hyderabad, Marathas, Nawab of Arcot, fighting together in order to maintain their political supremacy. When the Hyder Ali came into prominence in South India, Nizams of Hyderabad and Nawab of Arcot and Marathas, they are fighting together to gain political supremacy over South India. They are fighting together. So at that time, Europeans who are there in India and fighting together to gain the supremacy, British and French. So by observing these internal disturbances, British people and French people, they want to take advantage. They want to interfere in the political activities of Nizams of Hyderabad, Nawab of Arcot and Marathas. That will be leads to the lot of competition in between British and French in order to gain supremacy over the South India. At that time, there are some frequent wars taken place in between British people and Mysuru province, which are nothing but Anglo-Mysore wars. So far, children, we discussed how Hyder Ali came into prominence, and after that how he became a more prominent than Dalavai, and how he sidelined the king Krishnaraja Odiyar. See, again I will say one of the key points, students. When the Hyder Ali became more prominent, Nizams of Hyderabad, Nawab of Arcot, Marathas fighting together in order to gain political supremacy over South India. So by taking this advantage, British people and French peoples are involved in these matters. Finally, there are some frequent wars taken place in between Mysuru province, means Hyder Ali against the British, which are nothing but Anglo-Mysore wars. Okay, now let us discuss one of the important information in this lesson, which is nothing but Anglo-Mysore wars. So what are Anglo-Mysore wars? The frequent battles taken place in between British and Mysuru province. The frequent battles taken place in between British and Mysuru province, that is known as Anglo-Mysore wars. Children, for the examination point of view, these Anglo-Mysore war treaties are very, very important. Especially for the 1 mark point of view. First Anglo-Mysore war treaty, second Anglo-Mysore war treaty, third Anglo-Mysore war treaty, they will ask frequently. So before entering into first Anglo-Mysore war, let me give the information about 3 wars and 3 treaties. First of all, first Anglo-Mysore war. What is the treaty means? Madras Peace. Madras Peace Treaty. Second one. Second Second Anglo-Mysore War, Mangaluru Treaty. Mangaluru Treaty. And Third Anglo-Mysore War. Third Anglo-Mysore War, Srirangapatna Treaty. Treaty of Srirangapatna. Treaty of Srirangapatna. First Anglo-Mysore War, Madras Peace Treaty. Second Anglo-Mysore War, Mangaluru Treaty. Third Anglo-Mysore War, Srirangapatna Treaty. See, simply we can remember MMS, a code to remember Anglo-Mysore War. MMS, short letter, Madras, Mangaluru, Srirangapatna. Places remember: Madras Treaty, Mangaluru Treaty, Srirangapatna Treaty. First Anglo-Mysore War, Madras Treaty. Second Anglo-Mysore War, Mangaluru Treaty. Third Anglo-Mysore War, Srirangapatna Treaty. So now, first of all, let us discuss First Anglo-Mysore War. First Anglo-Mysore War. First Anglo-Mysore War. So this is a war started in the year 1767 and ended in the year 1769. 1769. The first Anglo-Mysore War started in the year 1767 and it will be ended in the year 1769. So first of all, what happened before this war? Previously, just now I told to you, right? The Hyder Ali gaining more prominence in South India. The prominence gained by Hyder Ali in South India unable to tolerated by Britishers and unable to tolerated by the Nawab of Arcot, Nizams of Hyderabad as well as Marathas. The prominence gained by the Hyder Ali unable to tolerated by British, Marathas, Nizams of Hyderabad and Nawab of Arcot. At that time, the British people, they want to implement a cunning strategies. They want to implement a cunning strategies in order to defeat Hyder Ali. So why? Because means British people realized that Hyder Ali is a major obstacle to gain political supremacy over South India. He is a major impediment. Impediment means obstacle. Hyder Ali is a major obstacle to British to gain their power over South India. That's what the reason why they want to implement a cunning strategies against to Hyder Ali. And moreover, in the initial stage, when he got more prominence, Hyder Ali getting continuous attacks from Marathas. Lot of political disturbances taken place. So continuous battles from the Marathas, even though he is able to stop all kind of things from the Marathas. So here what happened means, after this incident, the British people implemented a cunning strategy. What is that cunning strategy means? British tried to make alliance. British people tried to make alliance with Marathas and Nizams of Hyderabad and British. This is known as Tri-Party Alliance. Very clear, right? British try to make alliance with Marathas, Nizams of Hyderabad and British. That is known as a tri-party alliance. But here what happened, you know, this incident predicted by the Hyder Ali before itself. That's what the reason why Hyder Ali successfully break this alliance. I hope you are very clear. Again I am repeating. British tried to make alliance with Marathas, Nizams of Hyderabad and British. But this incident already predicted by the Hyder Ali before itself. That is the reason why Hyder Ali successfully break the alliance in between Hyderabad, Nizams of Hyderabad, Marathas and British. And moreover, Hyder Ali is successful to keep rivalry in between Marathas and Nizams as well as Britishers. And more importantly, what happened means after he kept rivalry, he is making friendship with Nizams of Hyderabad. So those kind of strategies are implemented by the British against to British. Hyder Ali also implemented some of the strategies. Here one of the key points you must remember. First Anglo-Mysore War, second Anglo-Mysore War, they too fought by Hyder Ali. And after that, during second Anglo-Mysore War, Hyder Ali died due to some illness. That is the reason why third Anglo-Mysore War and fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Third Anglo-Mysore War and fourth Anglo-Mysore War brought by his son Tippu Sultan. Okay, now in the year 1767, there are some political disturbances taken place in Arcot. There are some political disturbances in Arcot. Here itself the war will start. So how it will start? In the year 1767, Arcot. What is Arcot here? The capital of Carnatic region. So Arcot, it is the capital of Carnatic region, right? At that time, Arcot will be ruled by the Nawab. See here, how war will start. 1767, political disturbances emerged in Carnatic region, especially in Arcot. So at that time, what happened? You know, Hyder Ali having alliance with Nizams of Hyderabad. Hyder Ali and Nizams of Hyderabad, they two are fight against Arcot Nawab. Who are they? Hyder Ali and Nizams of Hyderabad. They fight against Arcot Nawab. Whenever they observe the political disturbances in Arcot, they too are fight against the Arcot Nawab. At that time, what happened? You know, this Arcot Nawab sought permission or help. He has taken help from British. Means Arcot Nawab having alliance with whom? Arcot Nawab having alliance with British. At that time, Britishers are participated in this war behalf of Nawab of Arcot. Here, the war will be taken place in three places. The first Anglo-Mysore War taken place in three places. The places are Tiruchinappalli in Tamil Nadu, Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu, and Ambur, that is also in Tamil Nadu. The first Anglo-Mysore War taken place majorly in three places. One will be Ambur, Tiruchinappalli and Tiruvannamalai. So, in this war what happened means Hyder Ali captured some of the places and some of the places captured by British also. There are some financial setbacks to the Hyder Ali. And after that, what happened, you know? The British people brought additional army. From Bombay. From the Bombay, additional army they brought. So that Hyder Ali felt this war is very, very important in his personal life. Hyder Ali thought that the first Anglo-Mysore War against British is very important in his personal development. That is the reason why he continued in that battle without going back step. Finally, Hyder Ali with his army reached Madras. What happened? Hyder Ali with his army reached Madras. There he tried to capture Madras and he created some panic situation to the British. I hope you are clear, right? Hyder Ali with his army, he went to Madras. There he created some panic situation to British. At that time, Britishers and Hyder Ali, they signed one treaty to stop this war, that is known as Madras Peace Treaty. Madras Peace Treaty. So after he created some panic situations in Madras, Hyder Ali and Britishers, they both are entered into one agreement in the year 1769, that is known as Madras Peace Treaty. That is the reason why before we are starting this war, I told to you first Anglo-Mysore war ended with Madras Peace Treaty. It is signed in the year 1769 between Hyder Ali and Britishers. Okay. What is the description of Madras Peace Treaty? What is the agreement? What is the agreement? This agreement is signed in the year 1769, right? As per this agreement, as per Madras Peace Treaty, if any third party is going to be attacked on either British and either Mysore province, any one of them, they come forward to rescue them. I hope you are very clear, right? As per Madras Peace Treaty, in between Hyder Ali and British, if any third party is ready to attack on Hyder Ali or British, means they have to help together. They have to help mutually. Example I will give. This is the agreement in between whom? Hyder Ali, right? Hyder Ali and British. Hyder Ali and British. Madras Peace Treaty, Hyder Ali and British. Now here, Marathas are there. Marathas are going to attack on Hyder Ali, means British should come to give help to Hyder Ali. I hope you are very clear, right? If any third party is going to attack on Hyder Ali, means the British army come forward to rescue Hyder Ali and his army. In the same manner, Marathas are fighting against to British, means Hyder Ali come forward to rescue British army. That is the agreement Madras Peace Treaty. If any third party is coming to attack, means Hyder Ali and British, they both are mutually help together in order to fight against to the third party. That is all about Madras Peace Treaty, that is signed in the year 1769. Children, I hope you are very clear, right? Hyder Ali and British, this treaty is signed. As per this treaty, if any third party means you can take Marathas or any other king going to attack on Hyder Ali, means British army come forward to rescue Hyder Ali. As per which agreement? Madras Peace Treaty. So this is all about first Anglo-Mysore war taking place in the year 1767 to 1769. First Anglo-Mysore war, second Anglo-Mysore war, they both wars are fought by the Hyder Ali against the British. Remaining two are participated, fought by the his son Tipu Sultan after the death of Hyder Ali. Okay, students, in this class we started the lesson opposition to British rule in Karnataka. In that we discussed some of the introduction concept of this lesson, and after that we started our discussion how Hyder Ali is came into prominence, and after he came into prominence, which are the wars fought in between British and Mysore province. Which are the wars? Which are Anglo-Mysore war. First Anglo-Mysore war Madras Treaty, second Anglo-Mysore war Mangaluru Treaty, third Anglo-Mysore war Srirangapatna Treaty, fourth Anglo-Mysore war no treaty. Why? Because means fourth Anglo-Mysore war after Tipu Sultan also died in the year 1799. So first war and second war fought by Hyder Ali, third and fourth fought by the Tipu Sultan. So my dear students, This is all about the today's class. We discussed the introduction and the first war. We will meet again in the next class to discuss the remaining Anglo-Mysore wars. Thank you children. Have a nice day.